Hey everybody, it's Matt back with another Rexing product, and this time it's not a dash cam, it's a body camera. This is the Rexing P1 body camera, now available online at bestbuy.ca. Just a couple things I wanted to share before I just jump into it and start sharing footage is that it's an internalized 64 gig memory, which allows for a few hours of recording, internalized battery as well, which provides up to 10 hours of recording and a little bit more, which I'll get into later on in the review. Two types of mounts. So this is a chest mount here, as well as a ratcheting shoulder mount. Just like that. And then the paperwork. So I'm going to jump in, show you some footage, and talk to you a little bit more about the features on this camera.
The Rexing P1 provides you with 10 hours of full recording, or 11 hours of just audio recording, or 20 hours of standby battery life. It's been set up to be as rugged as possible as well for demanding tasks, being shockproof and holding an IP67 ingress protection rating. Now what does that mean exactly? It's been tested in water up to a meter deep and can be immersed for a half hour. Keep in mind that these are really controlled lab tests though, so it doesn't mean that you can take this camera for a swim at the pool or out in the ocean. It just means that you can be out in the rain with it and not worry about it shorting. You can set continuous loop recording on this as well, but just be aware that if you set it for too long and aren't careful, you run the risk of recording over something with a smaller file once the loop resets and rolls over into the next footage. For the purpose of this review, I did leave it as an unlimited record, but you can set loops for as low as a minute if need be, and again, like I said, as high as an unlimited loop in general. There are also fail-safes to make sure that your footage isn't deleted accidentally or accessed incorrectly too. You can set a password in the camera to avoid having your footage deleted or stolen, and there's no Wi-Fi capabilities, which mean all footage is contained to the camera itself unless you plug it into a computer. There and only there can you start deleting footage. But how do you know how much space you have left? Well, I'll talk you through that next.
Okay, I am back here just to show you a couple of things, and the first is to answer that question of how can I tell how much recording space I have left. So I'm going to turn the camera on here. Let that go on. And you're going to see a couple counters here, okay? You're going to see 9 hours and 50 minutes and 39 seconds. That's how much recording space and time I have left. And then you'll see 54 gigs there in the corner. That's how much memory is left on the internal memory. So your buttons down here will allow you to do things like set your menus and set passwords and things. A couple of the recording features here. This is for the video camera. If you press this button down, after a couple second delay, it'll start recording. This is for audio mode here. These just accompany and help with the menu settings. And over here, this is if you want to capture still photos. You just press the button here. And now I have a lovely picture of this ottoman. Before I jump back into a little bit more footage from the camera, I just wanted to show you one last thing, and that's up here. You'll see that there are a couple teeth here, as well as teeth that line up here. So this is for placing your mount on the camera. So this is the chest mount. Again, one of two mounts that come on. And so you're going to line up your teeth here, and then you just click it into place. Now to remove it, it's a little tougher. So there's a little tab here that you'll have to push in, and then you can pull it off like this. This, I've been using this chest mount now for the last week or so, and it's a little easier to get on and off. Actually, I'm going to bring the shoulder mount into place here. And the shoulder mount I found was very stiff, and obviously your mileage is going to vary depending on your camera, but I found this one was stiff, and this was really hard to get off. And that's probably the way you want it to be, though, because you don't want somebody to be able to just rip this off really easily, especially if you're in a really demanding job like law enforcement or bouncer or something like that.
What you're looking at right now is the night vision, sort of. I live in the middle of the city, and there aren't many places you're going to get that are complete pitch black, but Rexing does say it can capture pitch black footage up to 50 feet in front. I'm in a park here sharing the dark space with cougars, bears, and even my coyote friends that have walked alongside me on occasion, but I'm kind of staying at the outskirts, as you can see, because I'm really not keen to meet them on this walk. Still, you can get a good indication of how it captures the dark in front of me. While these are geared toward professionals that might want them, there are other recreational uses as well. For example, this is a lot more cost efficient and lighter than a GoPro, and if you want something simple to capture an afternoon hike or a walk or something like that, this can clip onto a backpack pretty easily and serve that purpose. You know, this is the type of thing that I might even buy my retired dad so he can capture parts of his summer motorcycle trips without, a fancier camera or something that's a little heavier. This will just clip easily onto a backpack or his riding gear and give him a few more things to show off than just photos of the trip. One thing you might have noticed in the video footage is that there's no stabilizer on the camera, so for every shake and for every jostle that you have while you're walking, it'll show up on the camera as well. And so that's why I don't really recommend this for, say, trail runners, but that's why I did say it might be okay for somebody that's walking, or as I mentioned, somebody like my dad who might be just using it to film a drive or something like that. And obviously it's nice and rugged for you professionals as well. This is the Rexing P1 body cam, now available at Best Buy and online on bestbuy.ca. Thanks for watching the review. My name is Matt, and please subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and we'll see you next time.